Thank you.
Yeah. Excuse me. Chef, please move a little bit aside. Thank you very much. Just for the last. Yeah. Put it on the table. Is it possible? It's okay.
No. Holding
that's
on
better actually.
Or otherwise, there is a stand. If you want, you can use
it. It's okay. Because I want to stop in the middle.
There will be an exam. You have to memorize everything he says.
Okay. ஒரே லெக்சர்ல எல்லாம் மூச்சு போயிடலாம்.
No.
Hello. On behalf of Shiva Vishnu Temple and on behalf of all of you, I have a distinct pleasure, distinct honor to welcome Velukkudi Shri Ubhaya Vedanta Krishna Swamigal. We all welcome you to our place here. Sri Krishnan Swami, he doesn't need any detailed introduction. However, I'd like to say a couple of things. Swami is a great Vedantist, and he is an exponent of Sri Vaishnava philosophy and Divya Prabandham. And his specialty is bringing the Vedantic principles to a common person like us through discourses, through radio programs, through TV programs. And you can see with the people assembled here how many are interested in listening to him. And next time when you come here, I'll promise you that we will be in a bigger hall so we can accommodate more people. And he has received many accolades in India and all over from many institutions and many individuals of very high caliber. And on behalf of all of you, without any further ado, I request Sri Swamigal to talk about today's subject. Thank you very much. One house rule, Let us keep some silence. Let us concentrate on what he is saying. And also, please keep all your phones on mute. That is a simple request. Thank you.
Please come front, please come front. Please sit down. Please come front, sir. Please come front, please come. Please move forward so that we have a lot of people standing outside. We can accommodate all of them. Can you please move forward, please?
Let me set this camera there. Excuse me. Just put it.
The door open, put it outside. Really look under the wall. Okay.
You want me to speak this to Germany?
யாரான உட்கார சொல்லணும்னா உட்காந்துட்டு கதவை சாத்திக்கணும். இந்த கதவை சாத்தியா திறந்துருக்காதீங்க. கதவை சாத்திக்கணும்.
Okay.
அவன் க்ளோஸ் இருக்கிறவாடெல்லாம் உள்ள வந்து உட்காரணும்னா உட்கார சொல்லலாம்.
Okay, everybody please sit down, sir. Do not standing, please. Please silence, please sit down, everybody.
वेंकटाद्रि समं स्थानं ब्रह्मांडे नास्ति किंचन वेंकटेश समो देवः न भूतो न भविष्यति विना वेंकटेशं ननाथो ननाथः सदा वेंकटेशं स्मरामि स्मरामि हरे वेंकटेश प्रसीद प्रसीद प्रियं वेंकटेश प्रयच्छ प्रयच्छ अखिल भुवन जन्म स्थेम भंगादिलीले विनद विविध भूत व्रातरक्षैक दीक्षे श्रुति शिरसि विदीप्ते ब्रह्मणि श्रीनिवासे भवतु मम परस्मिन् शेमुषी भक्ति रूपा अशेष चिदचित वस्तु शेषिणे शेषशायिने निर्मलानंत कल्याण निधये विष्णवे नमः श्रीवैकुंठ विरक्ताय स्वामी पुष्करणी तटे रमया रममाणाय वेंकटेशाय मंगलम. Shri Venkateshwara, the omnipresent God, the ultimate God for this entire universe, has been kind enough to all of us to get enshrined in every little town in every country. Venkatesha is otherwise also known as Srinivasa. He is Govinda himself, the master of all the Jivatmas. He stands above the 7 hills, Saptagiri. We, the blessed souls have the opportunity of having his darshan even here. Deity form of Bhagavan has a speciality. It's too difficult and almost impossible for us to immediately reach Vaikuntham and have his darshan. Nor is it possible to go to the ocean of milk in Kshiramthi. Although Bhagavan incarnated in Krita, Treta, Dwapara Yuga, we all belong to Kali Yuga. Now, there is no incarnation in progress. The Purana says that he would incarnate at the end of Kali Yuga as Kalki. But that's too far away. For us to have his darshan, to progress spiritually, to practice bhakti, the only accessible form is of deity form. Swami Ramanuja offered a beautiful shloka to the lotus feet of Venkateshwara. Brahmani Srinivase bhavatu mama parasmin shemushi bhakti rupa. Let Venkateshwara bless me with bhakti rupa panna jnana. We all know about Vaikuntham moksha. But the means to achieve, accomplish moksham is only one. Vedanta reveals that. It says, Na anyah panthaha ayanaya vidyate. Other than this, one cannot find a way to reach him. Atimrutyumeti na anyah panthaha ayanaya vidyate. Vidwan, one who meditates on him, one who performs upasana towards Bhagavan, he reaches him. So upasanam, in other words called as bhakti, is the only means to reach Bhagavan. We can easily practice bhakti in our daily life. But are we able to? Although we would like to, but it seems not that easy. Why is it not easy? We all here want to be very ardent devotees of Venkateshwara. Are we able to? A man decides to live a life that he wants, but in many ways he is not able to. We fail. Why do we fail? We try to balance between our material life and spiritual life. Are we able to? When I wanted to be spiritual, why am I not able to? Who decides all these things? Is it Venkateshwara? If he decides, then he would have very well made all of us as his devotees. He would not send us to any consultant job. He will keep us with him. Then who decides? Myself? If I decided, then I must be able to conduct the way I want to. I am not able to. Neither I decide, nor Venkateshwara. Or would it be my fate, Vidhi, that decides? Then you have to answer another question. Is that Vidhi sentient or non-sentient? Has it any knowledge or not? Something that has no knowledge cannot decide my path. If I have knowledge, I can. Out of the three real entities in this universe, two have knowledge. One does not. Achit Tattva, all that we are able to see with our naked eyes or listen to, these tattvas do not have any knowledge. My ears look at many things. Nothing has knowledge. Neither my body, my arms, my eyes, my mind, my heart, including my brain. No one has knowledge. It is Jivatma which has knowledge. And the next entity is Paramatma. So Paramatma and Jivatma have knowledge. So the power to decide rests only with them. Either the Jiva has to decide or the Paramatma has to decide. Other than that, my mind or brain or my heart or my hand or limb, nothing can decide. Can my fate decide? It cannot. Then my destiny, who decides that? We have an interesting topic for today's discussion. My destiny, is it decided by Paramatma or by myself or probably by Kalam? Kala ellathukkum badil sollum. Let's wait for the time to ripen. It will answer. When you want to get your daughter or son married, it doesn't happen that quickly. It takes time. Elders at home, they immediately give their opinion. Kalam varla innu. Wait. Time has to ripen. Only then she will get married. We were trying for a better job. It never happened. Suddenly one fine morning I had a call. Here is your new job. Why did it happen? Did it happen by probability? Or did I try? If my trial, my effort has given me the job, why did they not give the same job yesterday? Why should it be fruitful today and not yesterday? If we have arranged for this lecture today, why today and why not yesterday? If we say it's a holiday today, so today, why not tomorrow? There are so many questions for which we don't have answers. Can we leave them like that? Can anything go without answer? We have in fact gone to the extent of landing in Mars. We know where sun is. We know how it rains. We can make it rain. We can decide on so many things. We can find out when there will be a tornado, when there will be an earthquake. We immunize from so many diseases. When we are able to do all this, then we must be able to decide our destination as well as our destiny. Does it happen? The question for today's discussion is it that simple? Do we decide, or is it Paramatma's decision? If so, why did we not take a decision yesterday and why are we doing it today? If I cook puliodarai today, why puliodarai? Why not chakra pongal? If I don't cook today, why didn't you cook? You should have cooked. So for everything, our mind searches for an answer, but unfortunately we don't have an answer. Many of us, in fact, predominantly, people think that everything is predetermined. That's what many people believe. They think everything is predetermined, including the lecture today at 2 p.m., you coming here at 2 p.m., many other abstaining today at 2 p.m. Everything is decided, it's all predetermined. It's a misconception. Nothing in this world is predetermined, except for my birth. My birth was determined. Once I take this birth, many things are left to probability. It happens on its own. You would be expecting me to talk that everything depends on Bhagavan, everything depends on Vidhi. But unfortunately, I am not able to concur to your views. Not me. Bhagavad Gita didn't concur. Bhagavan did not accept. Let me take you through those passages of the Puranas and some shlokas in Bhagavad Gita and Upanishads, which clearly they discuss about who is the decision maker, who is the performer. There are two entities here. One, someone to decide. Two, to execute. A managing director may take a decision. He would not execute. He would expect his subordinates to execute. So there are two jobs, two key areas. Who decides and who executes? Normally, it's right if I decide and I execute. If someone else takes a decision, I am not compelled to execute it. If I have to execute, then no one can compel me. So there is a disparity. There is a distance between the decision maker and the executor. If this gap is narrowed, then there is a synergetic effect. The decision maker decides, he is able to pass on to the executor, executor's frequency and the decision maker's frequency. If they match, job is well executed, then they mutually benefit. If not, there is no matching. Nothing happens in this world. So are we executors or decision makers? Is Bhagavan the executor or decision maker? There is a common saying, man proposes, God disposes. Again, a wrong belief. It is God who proposes and man who denies. That's the right word to put it. We never propose and he never rejects. In fact, he wants every one of us into his fold. He has been proposing. For long, he has been creating us. He blessed us with knowledge, with this body, with so many preachings of Alvars and Acharyas, with many ancient scriptures. So these are all his proposals. He has already given so many proposals. Did we buy them? Did we read them? Or did we conduct ourselves according to the scriptures? We did not. So I hope you will concur with me that God has been proposing forever, but man has been disposing all his proposals. So if the moment we decide that, hereafter, I accept all your proposals. There is a name to it, Sharanagati. When you say, I accept Bhagavan's proposal, it would mean that you have surrendered. If you surrender, am I escaping from my responsibility? When I mention the word Sharanagati, you would say, it's for someone who had already turned 70 or 75. Not for us. When you say Sharanagati, then you are abstaining from your responsibility. You are running away from a responsibility. It's escapism. We don't want to surrender. We will have to do. Please don't come to a conclusion that a Sharanagata is a non-performer. A Sharanagata is not an inactive person. He does much more effectively than a non-Sharanagata. So you must first change your impression that Sharanagata is helpless. He does nothing. He is a non-performer. What all he knows is to chant, recite some shlokas in the temple, have doshai vadai, get lost. This is what we all think. It is not so. Sharanagati is such a great state of mind. One who is in it works and works. He delivers so much. Ramanuja was a Sharanagata. Alvars were all Sharanagata. Vedanta Deshika was a Sharanagata. And the monumental works that they have delivered to this world, certainly we can't even dream of them. And they did not have any modern facilities what we have today. Did they have a laptop or a computer? Did the computer tell them, if you are grammatically wrong, correct yourself? When I type, it tells me if I am very, very bad in my English, then it shows me a red line. If I am okay with my English, but make some syntax errors, it says with a green line. So we have so many prompters. Nobody prompted our Purvacharyas. They had to count their letters. They all wrote in a palm leaf. If you make a mistake, then you have to destroy that particular palm leaf, start writing again. They did not have any electrically charged bulbs. They will have to settle with some hurricanes, with some chimneys, with all these constraints. And the beauty in it is, they never thought these as their constraints. They thought they led a very peaceful, happy life. They have left us a treasure. It is for us to go through the treasure, enjoy the treasure. They do not ask for any royalty. If we use them, if whenever I chant Ramayana, should I send $1 to Valmiki? He never asked us. Yes, but he wants a fees. You know the fees? If I complete Parayanam, Valmiki Ramayana Parayanam once, then he wants a fees. The fees is, can you offer some milk, Panakam and Kalkand to Sri Ramachandra? This is the first fees that he wants. And can we not give this fees to him? This is not a fees. This is again our offering. It is our responsibility to do. The next fees is, can you read Ramayana again? Again and again. If you complete once, Valmiki requests us to begin again. You again and again do the same Parayanam. People are very happy. So I am going to talk about the same old story. Topic may be quite new to you. It is nothing new. Please take it from me. Believe me that nothing is new in this Sampradaya. Everything is ancient. Probably we didn't look at them. If we have a look at them, then we will know. So this will be very interesting to you. And some here may even be shocked. They would have had a misconception about many things on this topic. But now when I tell you that this is what the Shastra says, it would not match your belief at all. But still you will be shocked even. Let at the end of this session have a 15-20 minute question and answer so that you are clarified when you leave. If it's just a story, you can listen to it and go back home. You won't think about that. You won't ponder on that. But in today's topic, you will again and again reflect on that. And I'm a bit worried that you may come to a wrong conclusion. That is the reason why I would like to, this session not to be a one-way traffic session. Instead, let it be a two-way communication. First, let's take one question. Is everything in my life predetermined, or can I decide on my life? Is there anything that I can decide? Please note that nothing is predetermined. You can divide our karmas into niyata karma and aniyata karma. Our actions, they finally eventually turn to karma. If my actions are good, it's punya karma. If my actions are bad, it's papa karma. Any day my actions are counted, either as punya or papa. But there are some actions which necessarily gives us the result. That is, if something happens now, can I directly and specifically, please note these two constraints, can I specifically and directly attribute this happening to any cause? Any effect must have a relative cause. The cause and effect is very well, the relationship between cause and effect is so well established in this world. Without a cause, there cannot be an effect. If I cough, there is a cause. If I sniff, there is a cause. If I yawn, there is a cause. As it is 2:30 p.m. in the afternoon and prasadam kuduthirka, adanala pattaya vida porum. So there is a cause. Cause and effect must also exist in the same individual. Please note the second premises. The first premise is there has to be a cause for any effect. The second is cause and effect must be with the same individual. If you have food, I should not yawn. If you go out, if you are wet in the rain, then I should not sniff. If you have had more food, then I must not have indigestion problem. Cause and effect must be with the same individual. If I have medicine and you get cured, it is of no use. So there has to be a cause for every effect. Cause and effect must be with the same individual. Thirdly, can I attribute a specific cause to every specific effect? There is a specific happening. Assume, today we have arranged for these lectures. The temple authorities have been kind enough. They have called you, given us this hall. They wanted this to be at 2 p.m. today. We all assembled at 2 p.m. We are now progressing with the lecture. Can this be attributed to a specific cause? Assuming yes, we will take two options. Choice one is yes, every result can be attributed to a specific cause. In which case, there is a big fallacy here. The fallacy is, we are about 300 people here now. All of us have joined together. I told you that cause and effect must be with the same individual. So the effect of 300 people is the same now. We are all listening to lecture, one person talking, all 299 listening. So with 299 people, the effect is the same. So with all 299 people, the cause must be the same. If not, this won't match at all. You must all have the same karma which gives an effect of listening in Vishnu Mandir in Livermore at 2 p.m. on this date. If that can be attributed to a particular cause, then that cause must be found in all 300 people. Only then it will match. It cannot happen. It is too difficult to match a cause with 300 people. I'll give you one other example. There was a plane crash. 150 people died. Then we must have a cause with everyone. Is that cause with all the 150 people? If so, then I can specifically relate an effect with a cause. So these things are impossible. It never happens like that. So cause and effect must be with the individual. It's right. There has to be a cause to every effect, which is also right. But there cannot be a specific cause to every specific effect. I will explain to you further. Only then you will be able to make it. To every effect, there cannot be a specific cause. There is a cause. So I am making a difference here now. There is a cause, but there is no specific cause. Then what is that cause? There is a common cause. Causes are two in nature. One a common cause, other a specific cause. Land is a common cause for cultivation. But seed is a specific cause for a tree to be successful. For a tree to bear fruit, seed is the specific cause. Manure, water, land, irrigation facilities, equipment, farmer, all are common causes. There is only one specific cause, which is the seed for that tree. There is an environment effect also. If you sow a seed in a fertile land, then the yield is different. In an infertile land, then the yield is different. But still, within the infertile land, the cause is common. So any day in this world, there are two causes, a specific cause and a common cause. We can easily attribute effects to common cause, but it is too difficult to attribute effects to a specific cause. I hope I am not too much getting you into trouble, but still you have to go through this if we must get a proper answer for our destiny. We have been searching for that quite long. So let us go through this problem, only then we will get out of it. There are some equations and problems which takes time. It will take time. But once you know the answer, then things are so clear to you. As, can I attribute a specific cause to my specific effect? I cannot. In this world, there are two types of karma. As I told you, niyata karma and aniyata karma. Niyata karma, where the cause is specifically related to the effect. Aniyata karma, where it is not related. For example, Muni Kumara cursed Parikshit. Parikshit offended the Rishi. He took a dead serpent and garlanded the Rishi. He thought as though he was disrespecting the Rishi, which did not happen. Parikshit left. Muni Kumara entered. Looking at his father, he got irritated. He was so furious, he cursed, on the 7th day from today, serpent Takshaka will come and bite you. You will be dead, bitten by the snake. This was a shapa of Muni Kumara. This is known as niyata karma. If there is a curse, then there is a direct relationship. It will happen. It will never stop. Similarly, a boon. Don't think only about curse. Similarly, if you have a varam, if you have a boon, that will have a very specific effect. So all niyata karmas can be related one to one. Any specific cause can be related to an effect. Any effect can be related to a cause. Other than that, every action is aniyata karma. Not all actions are niyata karma. Very few are niyata. Many thousands. You could say hardly 1% of our actions would be niyata. 99% of our actions would be aniyata. When I say it is aniyatam, then it's not predetermined. We determine. We can very much decide. How can we decide? Is fate not my decider? Is Bhagavan does not decide on me? Kalam, will they not decide? Karma, will they not decide? They will not. Let me tell you why they will not. My birth happened due to my past karma. My past karma is a common cause, but it is specific to me. Karma as a cause. I am born as a result of those karmas. Once I take entry into this birth, then whatever happens during my lifetime cannot be directly attributed to those karmas. If you have 10 karmas, these are your pains and pleasures. Can you pick one by one and relate it to those 10 karmas? I am telling you that is not possible. You enjoy pain or pleasure due to karma, which is true. But I am only telling you that they cannot be related one to one. I'll give you another example. I have $100 note. I went to a mall. I wanted to buy something for today's cooking. I bought a kilo of rice. Now, did I buy that kilo of rice because I had dollars in my pocket? Or if I buy a kilo of rice, will my balance go down? I had 100. Assuming a kilo cost $1. then the balance left with is 99. Did I buy the rice as I had 100, or if I buy the rice, my 100 will reduce? Which statement is correct now? You think for a while. Did I buy the rice because I had 100? If so, whenever I had 100, I should have bought rice. I never did it. I bought it today. Why did I buy? As I wanted to cook today, I bought. That cannot be directly related to $100 bill. You had it, you bought it. It is also true, if you did not have it, you would not have bought it. But it is not true that you had it, so you bought it. See, the reverse is not true. You had 100, so you bought. If you had 100 only, you can buy. But you did not buy just because you had 100. You bought because you wanted to cook. But there is a specific effect to this. If you buy, 100 will turn 99. There is no doubt in that. Similarly, there are many karmas. Papa karma and Punya karma. Papa karma must result in pain. Punya karma must result in pleasure. It's true. But it is not that I had 10 and I am experiencing 10. But it is true that if I experience pain or pleasure, then my balance of Papa Punya would stand reduced. That is true. For every pain, one Papa will be reduced. For every pleasure, one Punya would get reduced. Now you decide which one would you like to. Either Papa or Punya. It is better we experience pain and reduce the balance of Papa. If you experience pleasure, then we are reducing the balance of Punya. So it's true that there has to be a cause, there is a cause. As a cause of my karma, caused by my karma, I take birth. But every little happening in this birth is not decided by a specific karma. I can give you an example. You get into a big amusement park. Go to Disneyland. We pay $250. We enter Disneyland. And that gives you the eligibility to enter about 10 rides, 10 or 12 rides. You can decide to take all rides or to take a few rides. So this ticket can give you an entry into Disneyland, but every ride is not directly related to the ticket. That ride is related to the decision I take on that spot. I take a decision, this looks good, let me get inside. Immediately, can I attribute that to about $25 in the ticket? I paid $250. I am allowed 10 rides. Can I relate each ride to a portion of $10 in my $250? I cannot. But without the ticket, could I have entered the Disneyland? I cannot. So there is a ticket required to enter. Once you enter, ticket does not specifically decide what you do there. So please note that point. I need karma. As a result of my karma, I have taken birth in this world. Once I took birth, then every effect is not directly related to those karmas. They are, but we can't relate our effects to those karmas. This is known as niyata relationship. If you are able to relate, it is niyata. If you are not able to, it is aniyata. This is all aniyata karmangal. We cannot find out a specific cause for all my effects. Inniki இப்ப தும்முறேன் உடனே ஜாதகத்தை எடுத்து போடுவோம். இப்ப ஏதோ தும்மினாரே, get your horoscope, go to the astrologer. Why did I sneeze today? Why did I sniff? Why should I cough? I should not. For everything, kindly stop the practicing of touching your horoscope. This is a country where you talk so much about logic, but still there are so many beliefs which are not accepted by the Shastras. I could say lot of blind beliefs. Many people want the same chair. They have their milk in the same cup. They don't even change. You talk so much logic, but again, you are into lot of blind beliefs, misbeliefs. Shastras never advocate them. They only talk about the lotus feet of Bhagavan. And that belief will take you through any life problem, will take you through any difficulty. So don't go to an astrologer, you go to them. If you want to get your son or daughter married, if I want to get married, you want to get married, you can take your horoscope, go check with them. But not for everything. And it is true, I am not denying the source Jyotisha Shastra. It is very much true. It's an anga, it's a supplementary study to Vedas. It is true. But you know the purpose for which Bhagavan created Jyotisha? To confirm the right time to perform karma. One has to do tarpana, one has to do agni sandhana, aupasana, shraddha, puja. To fix time for all these actions, Bhagavan created Jyotisha Shastra, not to find my future. And Jyotisha Shastra or a Jyotisha can never change my future. Please note that. They would say that we can mitigate the loss. I can give you so many prayaschittams, it will mitigate. It will not. Only Bhagavan's lotus feet would mitigate. We think that we can reduce our pain. It's not possible. One has to go through that problem. Without going through, after all, we have committed. How is that we can get rid of them? Except Sharanagati, nothing will get rid of our papams. So we will have to stick to, we must have a very honest thinking about this, a logical conclusion. Bhagavan has already assured me, Aham Tva Sarva Papebhyo Mokshayishyami. I will remove all your blemishes, all your dosha papam. So only He can do that. We cannot do, and none of our friends can even do that. So be assured that it is He who will remove our papams. Things are not predetermined. If they are predetermined, then let us go to the next problem. First we now need to talk that things are not predetermined, I can't decide. If they are predetermined, then the big preachings, Vedas, would be futile. It's of no use. Puranas preach, Acharyas preach. To whom should they preach? If Bhagavan decides everything, and I have no control over them, then the Acharya should preach Venkatesha Perumal. Create this world properly. Don't commit a mistake. Now sustain them correctly. Don't commit a mistake. If you are rightly done, then they will all perform Sharanagati. If you are wrong, they won't perform Sharanagati. So, if a person decides, then any preaching or suggestion to be to the decider, not to me. If I am not the decider, then the Veda should not instruct me at all. If I am not the performer, then the Veda should not direct the preaching to me. It should direct to Venkatesha. It never does. It only talks to me. The moment Veda starts talking to me, that would mean that I am the doer. I am the performer. Secondly, if they suggest me, if the Vedas suggest to me, then I must have an authority to decide, right? Vedas tell me, idam kuru, idam makarshi, do this, abstain from this. You can tell this to whom? To a person who has the power to decide and the ability to act. If not, there is no point in me telling him. He has been listening to this for half an hour now. He is okay. He is not crying. He is sitting. If I call and tell him, sir, please don't cry, he will get annoyed. Why did you? I am not crying at all. Why are you telling me to keep quiet? I didn't cry. A person who is crying can be told not to. If you are running, you can be asked to stop. If you are not exercising, you can be asked to exercise. Similarly, if I am the decider, then the Shastras can tell me to decide. If I am not the decider, I don't have legs. If someone tells me, why don't you practice running exercise? If you tell me I cannot. So, if I cannot decide, then the Shastra should not direct me. But they tell me, idam kuru, mutra purvisham na kuryat, snatva bhunjita, idam dharmam, ida adharmam. Idella Shastra enakku solradhe. When they preach me, when they tell, it expects me to accept and act. If Vedas expect that from me, then it would mean that I am capable of doing it. If I am capable, then am I not the doer? I am the doer. Is the Jivatma the doer or Paramatma the doer? Who is the decider first of all? Still the question is hanging. Now the next question is, who is the doer? Jivatma has to be the doer. As all the preachings of Shastras are directed towards the Jivatma, Jivatma has to be the doer. Karta Shastrarthavatvat. There is one sutram from Vedavyasa's Brahma Sutra. It says, Karta. Jivatma is the Karta. So who is the doer? Jivatma. Why? Shastrarthavatvat. As the Shastras must be effective. Shastras must be useful. If the Shastras are wasted, then there is no point. No way we will reach Bhagavan. So they must be effective. If they must be effective, I must be the doer. Yes, I accept that I am the doer. Then why do we all say that we are under the absolute control and monitoring of Venkateshwara? I accept that I am the doer. then allow me to do. Why do you tell me that act as per his wish? I need not. Either let him take the responsibility or leave the responsibility to me. Two of us cannot drive a car. Either one has to drive and the other has to ride. If you drive, I will ride. Is it Bhagavan who will drive, me the rider, or will I drive and he will accompany me? I am the driver, no doubt. If I am not the driver, then no driving instructions must be given to me. I am the driver, and that's precisely why the Shastras give me direct driving instructions. You don't do this. So I have to accept myself as a driver. If I am the driver, then I feel very, very independent. As a driver, I am the decider. I am the actor. I am the performer. Then Bhagavan has to sit, watch my driving. He has no driving capability now. He will sit by my side. In fact, it's a curse to be a rider. It's easy to drive, and that too, if you drive and you have a driver who knows to drive by the side of you, you had it. You can take people who do not know to drive. If you have people who also know to drive, then they will, in every left or right turn, in every exit or in every light, they will tell you we are wrong. And of course, Paramatma, who is sitting by the side of me, is a better driver. I am a bad driver. He is a better driver. So the wise decision is not to take him in our car. That's an easier decision. Is that possible? Can I send him out of my car? He is seated in my mind. So I cannot send him even. He is here. He knows to drive better, but he doesn't want to drive. He wants me to drive. If I drive, he finds fault. Where is this going to end? Better let him drive. I can sleep even. He does not want to drive. He makes me drive and also tells me you are not a good driver. This is a fix. This is a catch-22 situation. We will have to get out of this situation. Is Bhagavan the driver? No. If he is the driver, there are 2-3 problems. First problem, Shastras are futile because they don't preach him. Second problem, for all my mistakes, he will be held responsible. If he drives the car, then if I hit someone on the road, if I commit a sin, then he must be held responsible. Shastras will not agree to that. Bhagavan will never commit a mistake. He is right always. So if he is right always, it is better he does not drive. Because there are many mistakes in the driving. So if he is the driver, I can't change the mistakes. There are mistakes in the driving. Now we have to change the driver. Accepting the mistakes, it is better that the Jivatma is a driver, rather than Paramatma holding as a driver. As Paramatma is blemishless, he cannot commit mistakes, but mistakes are inevitable. So the decision is, I am the driver. I am the doer. If I am the doer, then what will Paramatma do sitting by the side of me? What is he for? He knows to drive better, but that doesn't matter. When he is not driving, what is his role in this driving? We are going to find out both the roles. The role of a Jivatma and the role of Paramatma in every decision and in every action. We have taken 2 subjects today. One is decision, other is action. Will Bhagavan decide and Jiva act? Or will Bhagavan decide and act? Or will Jiva decide and act? Or will Jiva decide and Paramatma act? There are only 4 possibilities. There are only 4 options available. So let us go through all. Will Bhagavan decide and Jivatma act? It is ridiculous. If it happens like that, then I am not held responsible. It is like the managing director preparing a budget and asking the salesperson to sell. It will never sell. If he prepares the budget, the salesperson will say that's your budget.